G'day guys. Hey, look, I thought I'd put a quick post online and talk to the COVID at the moment and what it means for our business and me and hopefully the message might help some other business owners out there that are struggling, because I know right now we're in a time that is bloody difficult, and I'm reading lots of social media and the commentary coming through, whether it's social media or from broadcasters. I listened to Kate Hawkesby this morning, which I thought was actually quite good, but a lot of the commentary you're getting come through is real negative, and it's all politically targeted. It's negative. It's people disagreeing with what's going on, and that's cool. I totally get that. And look, I have my opinions as well, and they're pretty strong. But the fact is, we are not going to change this. We're not going to change Jacinda's view. They've got a very clear strategy, it seems, from elimination, and that's whilst that might be a concern, and it is, quite frankly. It is what it is, and as a business owner, you've just got to bloody well get on with it and deal with it. And I've got several hundred staff working for me across 4 companies, and a big part of what we do in the ELE business is we hire people. So people is our business, and when those people are being put on standby, stood down, can't go to work because of the lockdown, how do you think that feels? As painful. Just like all the other businesses out there, just like hospitality and cafes and all those other businesses that can't trade. So I feel your pain, absolutely get it. But, I look at it and say, what do you do about it, and how do you get through this? We got through it last year, how do we get through it again? And I think you've got to start to really look at what you can control. We can't control, it's no point putting energy and time into things that we can't control and we're not going to change. And I do think once we get through this bloody lockdown, it's probably going to be the last one if we can get everyone vaccinated, or get the large percentage of the population vaccinated. So it's probably going to be the last time we have to go through this. Although I think probably we're going to see some different ways in which companies operate and whatnot going forward. So I say, look at what you can control, focus on the positive stuff, because you can read all the crap and it actually becomes, and even for me, and I found myself doing it from time to time, it becomes all consuming, and it's just bullshit. You just have to stop that. Maybe that's a coffee meeting, and you can have that later on. When we're out of the whitewater, when we're out of the turbulence, and you can sit down and you go, "Oh, it wasn't that bad," and geez, that was bloody tough. But right now, when you're in the fight, it doesn't help moaning. It just helps when you control what you can control. And so, I had to talk to my bankers yesterday. I've been speaking to my CFR and team, and we're catching up every day, actually, with my senior team. And with those staff that are stood down, we're catching up weekly. We're making sure our communication's on point and supportive, and we're making sure all that support's in place for our workers. It's stressful. I've got a wage bill which is significant, as you can appreciate, with several hundred people. We've got costs, Geez, we just went out and bought a whole bunch of vehicles not long ago for some staff. We've got a few staff that have actually joined our business in key roles, senior roles, during this lockdown. And it is what it is. And we're not flush with money. We're not this big corporate that's declaring $100 million profit over a year, but we can get through it. I've got no issues there, and we'll get through it. And hey, if we have to go and find some more working capital from somewhere, we will, but I don't think we will. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be the year that we planned. Just as you guys, it's not the year you planned. This is a shit year. For the last 2 years, 2020, geez, we just want out of this, right? And but there's that old saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, makes you tougher. And I think there's a whole lot of lessons going to come out of this. You're also going to see the people in your business and your organisation that really step up and count. And I think that's going to be quite cool too, to really recognise those people as we go forward for their contribution during a crisis. And so, the cream tends to rise to the surface in crisis. And that's what we are seeing. I'm really proud of my people. And if they're listening to this, I'd just like to say thanks for everything you guys are doing, because you're fantastic. But to all of the business owners and managers and people out there that are feeling anxious, I'm feeling anxious. We all feel it. But try and direct your energy and your focus on things that matter, things that you can control, and above all, look after your mental health. Stay positive. Don't let crap go in there too much, because it doesn't do you any good. Thanks very much. I hope it was helpful, and thanks for listening. Cheers.